Ladies, gentlemen, and those who have yet to make up their mind. Let's go!
It's the one and only Grammys, with performances by Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish, Cardi B, Harry Styles, Maren Morris, Megan Thee Stallion, Miranda Lambert, Post Malone, and Taylor Swift. Trevor Noah hosts the Grammys, live Sunday 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, or stream anytime on CBS.
Tell me what you and Pac's relationship was like, because as you touched on earlier, you guys are kind of on two different paths when you guys really started rocking.
Nah, see, when we really started rocking was before Death Row. That's how he got to Death Row. We really started rocking at the Poetic Justice rap party. Ricky Harris was the fucking host that night, and I grew up with Ricky Harris. That's like my cousin, yeah.
Rest in peace,
so
rest in peace.
When I get to the party, Ricky Harris is there, John Singleton, Janet Jackson, all of the stars and shit is there, and they got like a DJ booth, and they got like a microphone. So Ricky Harris grabbed the mic, and he know I get down. So he like, yeah, I got my cousin Snoop Dogg in the house, and whoop, whoop, whoop. And then Pac is right here. So then when Ricky finished saying what he's saying, nigga Pac grabbed the mic and started rapping. I'm like, nigga, that was my intro. So when he finished saying his little line, I grabbed the mic and I started rapping. Then he grabbed the mic and started, this is one mic, nigga. This is when nigga only had one mic. So nigga had to wait patiently and kindly and then grab it with aggression after a nigga finished. Nigga said, so then now we rapping and rapping. So we both go about like 4 or 5 times. Then we stop. And then my nigga Laylaw from Above the Law was there. And he walked us outside and he was like, Snoop, did you meet my nigga Pac? I'm like, nah, what's up? Shook the nigga hand, nigga rolled a blunt. I'm like, let me get your number, cuz I'm gonna holler at you. Got his number. Maybe like a month later, I finally called him. And I'm like, what's happening? What's up with you? He like, I'm at the house. I'm frying some shrimp. Nigga, come by. He was in Encino. The nigga had a house full of niggas. He was frying shrimp. Nigga had flour and shit in his hands. This is the first time I go fuck with him. And the nigga like, you ever seen my movie? I'm like, nah, nigga, you was in a movie? He's like, yeah, nigga, I got a movie called Juice, nigga. I'm like, let me see it, cuz. And nigga gave me a big ass laser disc. That's when laser disc was out, nigga. This motherfucker was about this big, nigga. It was square. He gave me that motherfucker. I took it to the house, and DOC had a laser disc player too. Put that motherfucker in, nigga watched Juice, and fell in love with that nigga. I was like, cuz, this nigga hard. Me and all the homies started listening to this nigga music, getting all this shit.
You mentioned early on in the 90s, everyone was around, you were around everyone. Any cool Biggie or Pac stories?
Tupac used to just be out. I remember one time we was at the Comedy Store, we was looking at Pac. We didn't look at him like Tupac, it was like fly nigga. Mm-hmm. Somebody pulled a gun out, nigga. Somebody pulled a gun at the Comedy Store and shot that motherfucker. We was like, ah! And so just running down the street with Tupac.
That's crazy.
You know, when you think back about it, it was crazy. And I remember that night, the night he passed away. It was so crazy, man, like in the argument with these guys. And we was like, Pac, man, fuck them niggas, man. These motherfuckers, it ain't worth it, whatever. And then that night, man, the whole world stopped, man. Nice. And I remember walking into the MGM Grand, and MC Hammer walked up to me and said, man, he gone. And this was early. He was like, stop, man, cut that bullshit, man. We just seen him.
You get a chance to meet Pac?
I never had a chance to meet Pac. I saw Pac, though.
Okay.
I saw him. I was in college, and I went down to Freaknik. It's spring break for Atlanta. You know, everybody go out there. And so I went out there in college, and he was at Lenox Mall. And so I just saw him walk by, and I just saw a crowd of people around him. It was like just seeing his aura. It was like, man, I never met him, but I had a chance to like see him, like, and see him move. Everybody's like, they go Pac.
You think Pac is the greatest?
Yeah, to me he is, because I think he had a song for every mood that we naturally go through. Mm-hmm. Whether you're black, white, male, female, like there's love, there's anger, there's happiness, there's kill, there's all the emotions we go through. That motherfucker had a hit for all of them.
True.
You know what I mean? And to be so young and so far ahead of his time as far as vision. You know what I mean? And seeing what the world can be. But then in similar ways, like he's speaking his mind against the bullshit he's seen.
Yeah. He had like black protest music on top of like
he was raised,
music, on top of street shit. Like he had
love, you know what I mean?
Like,
babies,
touched everything.
Like, you know what I mean? So to me, that's why.